It's gonna be Louder Than Bombs.
Okay, that is interesting. I
With
actually haven't
Troye
listened.
Sivan?
Yeah, I haven't listened to that song yet.
Okay. So are we going with the Jaguchi one?
Yeah, let's do that. What? Oh, and the Milka advertisement is back.
Hey!
It's very annoying.
Well, we
Okay.
can do an intro while you're listening to a Milker advert.
No, luckily it's already gone.
Good.
Okay, I just skipped it. So that's gonna be Louder Than Bombs, and like, let me see, just a quick interlude. So the previous one was performed by Jungkook, and yeah, it's Sleep. These wrote it, Jungkook wrote it, and then this is Troye Sivan and RM Sugar J Hope. I'm guessing those are the lyrics, but then we have Ali X and all these people. Okay, I'm kind of curious. How well do you know Troye Sivan's work?
I don't know it very well at all.
Okay, Troye Sivan, I think it was his first album, Youth, when it came out, I think it was really good. It was one of the best pop albums that year. In terms of just like, he was one of those people along with Alessia Cara who was really bringing like new type of like lyrics into the pop realm. So still pop music, but you know, my youth is yours, and it was just an interesting voice, I think, and I loved how he transitioned from like having YouTube and stuff to an actual credible artist. So I think he's very talented, and I'm curious how this
I
will
know
come across.
BTS really like him.
Yeah, Jungkook really loves him. So I'm curious. Okay, should we start?
Let's.
1, 2, 3. I like the bass already, so that's good. I've been
Sticking with the
bass.
dark and moody from earlier.
Yeah. Ooh. Just nice. Yeah, this is definitely the shadow part, yeah. These vocals are very nice. I think people have to admit that part is. This is the type of Jimin voice I like. I think it fits very well. Okay. It's very solemn. It's almost feels like you are in a cathedral, and a goth cathedral. Oh, we're in trouble. Okay. I want some ad-libs on this.
Oh, that might kind of compromise the like intense feel they're going for, though, right?
Oh. Okay. This is the type of sugar that like really gets to me because it reminds me of August D, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, High Notes by Jimin. Wanted that louder.
This is kind of where I start getting annoyed at the vocal production, though.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. But that was a lovely harmony.
It's just so
okay.
compressed, though.
Okay, ending really, really pretty. Okay. This is a difficult one for me. This is a difficult one for me because do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Yeah, you should start, yeah.
Okay, so this is a difficult song for me because I really like the song. And I like Troye Sivan's work already. So, and I can feel his touch, especially with the louder than bombs I break. That's like that's why I can almost hear him singing the guide. So, so because it's just kind of his style, the way he adds some extra, notes at the end of the line that always expresses some sort of feeling that he has. So I think I like the song, but I'm not so sold with the production. I wanted to either to go with stronger, like at the end, or like bring in more instrumentals. Because then exactly louder than bombs, I pray. Like I imagine this
should be huge.
Yeah, I imagine this somehow differently. I understand like the inner pain that you sometimes like. Even sometimes when you feel your heart beating and you hear it so loud, but nobody else can hear it the outside. So this is the louder than bombs part that I got from the message. And the other thing, what confuses me about this song, that when the BTS album came out, like I was listening to it on YouTube and watching lyrics videos, and I was reading the comments because I mentioned it earlier that I went to this BTS conference and I met with a lot of amazing researchers, and some of them were doing proper research, like psychiatrist people, research on mental health and BTS lyrics and stuff. And some of these lyrics are extremely meaningful to people, like and so I was looking into the comments on this one, and gosh, it was almost just moving to read, how people reacted and how they picked up certain things about, RM saying like, don't give up, it's a life worth living, etc. But at the same time, so here's the thing, it's a very subjective experience to listen to this song. But if I solely concentrate on the music production side of things, I want this mixed slightly differently when it's going to be performed live, if it's going to be performed live. Because I think the song has massive potential, and some parts of it were lovely. But I want it to sound a bit more musically, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I think I'm a bit 50-50 on this one because I know how much it means to people and how, great the song is. But the production wasn't there for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm kind of not feeling this that much. Because I'm not a lyrics guy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I generally, unless something is like offensively terrible lyrics wise, I don't usually notice it, and nothing here is. But I just I don't like how insanely high this song is, because I feel like I'm getting like falsetto fatigue at this point. Like I'm done with falsetto at this point. There's just too much of it. And like the way they mix those high notes and high harmonies and stuff, there's none of the personality of those guys' voices there. And that's part of what I really like about BTS's songs, is that they all have very different voices. And when they're singing that high, you can't hear how different their voices are, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, because like this is how, when you have the juxtaposition of like what's the V's solo song? Singularity.
Oh yeah.
That's why it was such a great hit, isn't it? Because it was just kind of like different, and it showcased a different side of vocals. I do agree that like in recent productions, even with like Fake Love and stuff, like there's just so much falsetto. And I remember, I think I read it somewhere that they kind of struggled with that falsetto part, singing it live, because it was just.
I'm not
so
surprised.
hard.
It's so high.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's almost kind of like a production choice of okay, how are we gonna express that feeling? How are we going to express that opinion? Are we going to express it with like a really high voice, or are we going to go for something else? It's almost like a like a stylistic choice type of thing. But I kind of agree with you that I think the person whose voice really stands out in falsetto is Jimin, but at the same time they just tend to sound similar at that high register. So I think that's a
Your
good
whole
point.
timbre, the whole feel of your voice just kind of gets less obvious when you go that high.
Ooh, you know what could really work as well with this song? It's kind of like an acoustic version. If there would be, again, a couple of keys lower,
Yeah.
and if there would be just one guitar, and like just imagine like louder than bombs are
Strumming away on
praying.
each, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I think that could really work that way. It's almost like this song was, I can imagine this being written on a guitar,
Yeah.
because that way I think it would sound, personally to me, more interesting or more compelling.
Although I think the actual production of the track itself is quite good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's a lot of like weird little touches in there that kind of add to this like ominous kind of foreboding feeling of the track.
Yeah. And I do think that in terms of the production, when I was listening to it, I felt like, oh, there are these like weird things in the sound that reminds you of like, oh, that's K-pop, And like, oh, those are the
What, the
people,
little
yeah.
stuttery hi-hat,
Hello.
because that's in every song.
You get what I mean? So like, and it had like a weird comforting feeling to like, way too deep or old K-pop fans were like, oh, this is the experimental sound, yay. Oh, come on, add something unusual. That's what we like. So yeah, that's basically how I felt about it.
I thought it was cool that they like the way they used the bass in this song,
Oh yeah, the
because
bass
it's
I
like
really like.
you're almost like bathing in it through the whole thing. Like, it's
Ah,
one of the most prominent things when you have half decent headphones, is
yeah.
that you're just kind of like surfing this bass the whole way through.
What a nice way to put it, Ben. Well said.
But it's like really nice because it doesn't overpower the vocals. But then you get to the chorus and the vocals overpower everything, and I don't like it so much. But yeah,
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, well,
conflicting
this is it.
thoughts.
Yeah, this is exactly one of those songs that I think it's going to be a different experience for everybody. So if people have opinion, do let us know how you felt about it. Again, be respectful and kind, but tell us what you felt about it, and what is your opinion, because I think this is a very subjective song. Yeah, it can go both ways. Okay, let's jump to the next one.
Let's